Nintendo is suing Bowser. You can't write this up. You cannot make this up. This is not a Hollywood movie plot. Nintendo is actually suing a person named Bowser. Now, this is an update of a story that I read earlier, like last fall, like October. Basically, there was like a piracy group that was pirating Nintendo stuff, and Nintendo sent a virtual smackdown to this guy. Well, now it is going into illegalities. Nintendo, of course, coming for blood. So we're going to give this update. So Nintendo versus Bowser. So Nintendo suing Bowser, at least someone named Bowser. Gary Bowser is accused of running a pirate operation that made an OS to circumvent the Switch's security system. So kids, don't pirate. Now going on, it says Nintendo is a big fan of Bowser. In fact, Nintendo of America's president is even Doug Bowser as of a few years ago. However, not all Bowsers are in the company's good graces, as Nintendo has filed a lawsuit alleging that a man named Gary Bowser is in charge of a piracy operation targeting the Switch. So yeah, again, we made a video about this quite some time ago. Now, in a lawsuit filed in Seattle, Nintendo alleges that Gary Bowser is one of the leaders of a piracy group called Team Executor, which makes and sells an operating system called SXOS that is used to circumvent Nintendo Switch security systems. Once installed, Nintendo says this OS allows for pirated games to be played on the Switch, which would otherwise be impossible. So basically, they're working around and putting stuff illegally and selling it. That's the problem. I know there's been homebrew and stuff in the past, but homebrew has always been free. There's an issue that comes out of an even bigger light when you're selling these illegal means of, I guess, working around security measures and stuff that they put on these consoles. Now, continuing on, it says if a user already owns a lawful, properly purchased Switch game, the user can use the SXOS and accompanying features to turn that game into an unlawful copy, which allows a user to share additional unauthorized copies with more users also using the SXOS on the Switch, the lawsuit says. Additionally, Nintendo alleges that Bowser has been trafficking circumvention devices for many years, dating back to the original DS. So this guy's been on Nintendo's radar since the DS days. It seems Bowser has been a thorn in Nintendo's side for a long time. He was indicted in 2020 in Washington on similar allegations, mostly related to Nintendo products. So this has been some time coming for Bowser. So long, Bowser! Now, Nintendo did not lay out a specific dollar amount overall that it's looking to receive from the lawsuit, but did specify wanting $2,500 and $150,000 per violation of two different laws, as well as alternatively receiving actual damages and Bowser's alleged profits if they can be proved during the trial. They might be in gold coins, so this is going to be hard. The profits, it's going to be tricky to prove, unless he was doing this through PayPal or I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't pirate. I don't throw lawsuits out there. But Nintendo is notoriously litigious and protective of its IP, and given their massive popularity, even among those who don't play video games, that's unsurprising. The company's stance, which appears to have been removed from the Americans' website legal section, is that downloading ROMs is always illegal, regardless of whether you own the physical game already. Says a law permitting copying only applies to copying a game yourself in order to prevent loss in the case of the original being damaged. So this case is still in development. We will see how this goes. We'll see how Nintendo does suing Bowser. I will keep you guys posted on this situation. Again, this is a developing story that's been going on for at least a couple years. I talked about it before. So let me know your thoughts. You can't make up a guy named Bowser being sued by Nintendo, though. That's just funny in an ironic way. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next one.